Hey, what is going on, guys? Storm1253. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my own personal opinion on the Modern Warfare 2 beta, even though it has been a week after. The game comes out October 28th, if I'm correct. And if you pre-order the game, I think you get to play up to a week early for the campaign, which is insane because I don't think another Call of Duty has done that. But now let's get started on the good old review here. When it comes to the gunsmith actually felt a lot better than the previous game's gunsmith. Like, Modern Warfare 2019's was pretty good, and then Cold War's was meh. We don't talk about Vanguard. That's the worst Call of Duty to ever be made. Besides Black Ops 4, in my opinion. I despised Black Ops 4. I also like the fact how you can now have, what's it called? You can have, like, different skins on one weapon instead of, having to do the whole thing. And then you want to put a different barrel on your, so, like, for example, if you pre-ordered the $100 edition, you got this black and red, what's it called? Like, skin type deal. That sometimes come with attachments and shit for the M4, M16, the Hurricane, stuff like that. And if you choose a different barrel, you can choose to have it that color, unlike Modern Warfare 2019, where if you chose another barrel, it would stay that same deal, but you could pick a different ornament type deal. Honestly, it was pretty stupid. So the gunsmith, I'm going to have to give that a solid, crisp, probably, 8 out of 10. I don't know, there's just some things about it that I won't really give a great opinion on until the full release of the game. For example, some of the attachments, you couldn't put skins on them, which I thought was quite stupid. But I won't really go there. Once again, this is a beta, and they have a lot of things they can change from the beta till the full release of the game. The next thing I want to go over is the maps. The maps, including the ground war map, felt really good. I loved both ground war maps, and most of the maps I loved. I think my least favorite, I would probably have to say that, the one where it's based in Europe, I can't remember what that map was called, to save the life of me. Either that one or, like, the museum type one. Those two were probably my least favorite. But even then, those were really good maps. The one at the very beginning of the video was probably my all-time favorite. That one I loved, because in that black building, like, you just get a close quarters weapon and you can dominate in there. Honestly though, maps, I'm gonna have to give that good old 9 out of 10, They were really good, and in Ground War they have a lot of new vehicles as well, which I was actually kind of surprised about. Only reason why it's not a clear 10 out of 10 is because sometimes, they could do a little better when it comes to the spawning. I figured out that a few times I would just get spawn trapped. But once again, beta, they can change that before the game comes out. Next thing I want to go over is the weapons. The weapons felt really good, but the time to kill was also really, really fast. And this is coming from somebody that doesn't even play Warzone anymore. Like, the time to kill, I was figuring out I was killing people within 3 bullets of the M4, which is insane, because that's really quick. I'm not saying it should be like 6, but 3 bullets, that's really quick. That's barely any reaction time, and I found a few times where I would just go out and then I would get dominated in 3 seconds without me even noticing. For, like, the gun recoil, it felt really, really good. I loved the gun recoil. I love, like, the reload animations. I loved everything about anything with the guns in this game, so I'm gonna have to give that a crisp 8 out of 10. And then the last thing I really have is the graphics of the game, keep in mind, normally I play on Xbox, but in this Call of Duty beta, I decided to play on my PC, which has a GTX 1650. So the graphics weren't that great, but from what I've seen from other YouTubers, the graphics are beautiful in this game. Like, they actually are really good. So I'm gonna give it, you know, I can't really rate it, so I'm just not even gonna put a rating for it. But by the time the game comes out, I already bought a RTX 3060, so that should be here by the time the game comes out, and then I can give a full graphical opinion on it. And then the last thing that I really have to rate on is the movement. I fucking love the movement in this game. It is 10 times better than it was in Modern Warfare 2. Or MW 2019, I mean. So, like, you have your double time sprint, you have your regular sprint, you have sliding, and there is no slide canceling, and they actually fixed that. And then you have dolphin diving, which I fucking love dolphin diving in, like, the older games. It was just so good. And how they took out slide canceling, that was a real deal breaker for me, because that was a problem in 2019, was people would dolphin dive, or not dolphin dive, slide cancel left and right, and it would just confuse the fuck out of you. So that they got rid of the slide canceling, you know, that was a really good thing that they did. So for movement, sorry, movement, I'm going to give a clear 10 out of 10. I fucking loved every single second of the movement in here. And then the perk system, I'm gonna be honest with you, 5 out of 10. It was absolute shit. Because you can get 4 perks, sure, but you earn 2 of them by playing through the game. And then the ones that you have is like that you get straight out of the boxes, like scavenger and you know, overkill and stuff. And then as you go through the game, you earn, I can't remember what the red ones were, and then and then the green ones, you have like Ghost, you have Hardline, you have all this other shit. And it was horrible. I hated the perk system. And also, we still do not have the OG minimap. So for an overall rating of the game, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe 9 out of 10. No, we'll split that in the middle. We'll go 8.5. Because I really have high hopes for this game, and I think it could be one of the best Call of Duties to ever be released. At least in this generation, nothing can beat BO2 or the OG Modern Warfare 2. But I don't know, when the main game comes out, we'll see where this stands. So if you guys did like this video for some reason, press that little check mark, you know, press the little subscribe button, and I'll see you guys when the game comes out.